40th win of the season. How'd you guys get it done today?
Dominant pitching, routine defense, and clutch hitting. It's like the name of our game these days. So, but I mean, just the confidence, that we have behind Gianna and Kama has really been something that's hard to describe, but it's fun, and I love being a part of it, and I want to continue to do it as long as we can.
What do you see from her? Because on Friday night, she's been locked. I mean, she's been locked in all year, but at Friday nights, this is like her third straight shutout at home. I think she's only given up one run on Friday nights the last 4 or 5 starts. What is it about Friday night that she seems to set the tone?
Well, I think she's loose. They haven't seen her, and she's definitely a different look from last year. And then just her ability to adjust to whatever we need. What's working that day. She really defines that pretty early, and then she rolls with it. Typically, we've given her a tough go, getting runs maybe in the 7th or 8th inning, but when she gets those runs, I think in the 4th, third, she does her thing, and so I truly think that's what it is, and competing in the bullpen, like being a leader for the younger ones, and Kama has made her better too.
Outfield play defensively was really solid. Janisha made 2 great plays at center field in that 7th inning to close it out. Maddie played some big catches there in left field, especially with the wind. A little swirly, could be tricky at times. That was huge too, defensively behind her.
Yeah, no, it's they really did their homework on studying kind of their tendencies, their sprays, and they put themselves in the right spot. We've kind of switched gears of, instead of telling them more things, we're having them kind of do a little bit more homework and learning what's going to be best for them with their strengths. And Nini, Maddie, and Denali all put themselves in really good spots.
40 wins. You and Oklahoma are the only 2 programs at this minute to have 40 wins in college softball. It's the second fastest UCF team ever to get to 40 wins, behind only 2015. I know there's a lot more games to go, but still, it shows how hard it is to win softball games at this level, and this young group's got to 40.
Yeah, wow, that's an awesome accomplishment. And I think, too, 40 wins is tough in itself, but when you add the schedule that we've had this year, it speaks volumes of what this group has done and what they've accomplished, and just how much fun we've had while doing it.
Jada drives in RBI number 61 now. She's second place by herself all time in a single season, 5 away from Steph. How much do you talk to her about that? Is that something you guys talk about, or not bring it up? Because how do you approach that with her?
No, I used to kind of say some things with her, and then she said, I'm not even worried about RBIs. And I said, good, just keep doing your thing, because, it can get to you. But I think her focus right now is really making sure Gianna is comfortable in there, and, just the clutch hitting and getting on base. She's been looking to run a little bit more on the bases. I see her itching to, look at me, and so I think it's pretty cool that, she can open up her game like she has, and the RBI will come, so.
What has Jada meant to Gianna and her success? Because obviously they've become close, catcher-pitcher relationship there. You know how that works. What has she meant and contributed to Gianna's success as well?
Yeah, well, I think Jada is the one person that will just tell Gianna straight up, if a pitch needs to be better, outside of myself. So, and Gianna respects her. I think that all started really in 2020. They both came back over the summer, and or even May, and they just really wanted to train, and they got to know each other a lot during that time. And so Jada gives her that confidence, but I also think Gianna gives Jada that confidence as well, and it's a really good bond. And it came up out of a kind of a bad scenario with our season getting canceled and the pandemic, but they came back working hard together, and the benefits that we're reaping from it have been awesome.
Yeah, Coach, Jada Cody, she used to have a really pronounced stance. I know that anybody watching on TV or watching in the stands, probably has seen that she's changed her stance. Would you elaborate on what's going on?
Yeah, so, Jada Cody, everyone in the nation that knows softball knows that she's having a heck of a year. And so every pitcher is going to throw her different. It gets a little tough when you're pitching around them, and then they'll sneak a strike in there every once in a while. Like, that's tough. It's tough to stay disciplined in those moments. And so I think she kind of got a little like just out in front and started to be like speed things up a little bit. And so she's just slowed things down. She's got both her eyes looking at the ball, and she's just slowing it down and taking her time. So that Jada Cody with a low effort swing can still hit the ball pretty darn far and pretty darn hard. So that's really what she's doing, is just shortening it up and allowing her good hands to work for her.
A couple more games with Tulsa. They're a scrappy team. It's always historic. These two teams play close games. No different here tonight. What's going to be the keys here the rest of the weekend?
Well, definitely us making adjustments, better swings with runners in scoring position. I'd like to see us on offense longer. And then, continuing to get ahead of the batters and the defensive plays, and just like really knowing who's up and playing to the sprays and the stuff that we've studied. But offensively, I'd like us to see more pressure on the defense, especially with our speedsters, and longer innings offensively.